Had the big wheels fitted. Big wide 900s on now. You think it's dry enough? It's a bit debatable, isn't it? Check the oil level. Yep. About halfway up between the min and the max. Back end oil. Yep. In between the max and the extra. So yep, we've just got the Sumo here. Just a few checks. Make sure it's all okay. Check all the points is correct and the shins are all there. Right, we're now going on to stage 2, which is do the rest of the inside of the field with the cultipress. You can see here we've got had the big wheels fitted, big wide 900s on now. Getting on a compaction because hopefully this week should finish getting stuff ready this week. Hopefully next week it should go on the drill on my 6 metre combination. So. Right, we're on the last headroom row of the sumoing now. Whether that'll be all the sumoing done when I've done this or not, I don't know. It depends on how this field there, that sugar beet field, comes, whether we can sumo it or plough it or whatever. But however it's done, there's got to be some rain because we're not going to get them out of the ground at the moment. It is so hard. Right, we're just on the last run now with this sumo here. Get to the corner of the field here. So that's already been done. Well, it has, it's just the way the field works, just to get out the gateway. So yeah, a few seagulls following me. Right, lift it up. There we go. Sumoing is all done. Head back and then go and get the cultipress and finish that. Right, same place as you saw me a few minutes ago. Just now I've got the cultipress on. Just doing this last strip on the bottom here. On this field. And I might do some more cultipressing on the beet land. This is my agronomist come around in a bit. We'll have a look and see what we think. Morning guys. I forgot my microphone this morning, but never mind. It's Saturday morning now. Just finishing this what do you think I'm doing under them lines? It's cultipressing. Just doing the last run around this field. Can't see very clearly because the window's a bit messed up, but yeah, the last run around this field. This is coming for sugar beet next year, so we're just lightly knocking it down. I've got the board lifted right out, the tines as much as I can. I'll just put the tines where the wheels are in a bit deeper to get rid of all the marks, so that up there you can't see any wheelings or anything. So yeah, I've just got this bit to do, and then I've got a little bit over the far side to roll because it's so fine. I don't want to do it too much. This has got to go over winter for planting next springtime in like March, April time. So yep, so that's what we're doing on this Saturday morning. Right, I've just changed over now. We now got the rolls on the back here. Just knocking this tiny little bit in the corner, probably about, I don't know, got about 2-3 acres in here, something like that. Just was coming too fine for over winter, so
So we've got the seed the thing here, and then we've also got the seed plan over here. Zooming a bit, I'm not moving at the moment, so you can see the various different areas in the field. The red is the lowest, and the yellow, that little icon there on the left, is where I am, and then the green is the higher. See, it's from 126 right up to 156. So yeah, that's the field, and that is representative of wild oats and soil conditions. We will engage the fan, which is this one here. Then we'll need number 2, which is this one here. You can see that's running too fast. That's in the red, so we'll have to come into the screen settings. Again, remote valves. This one here, you have to slightly slow it down. That's 40, 39, until we get, that's 38. See, it's gradually decreasing. 37. Yeah, that's right. So that's okay. Right, let's go and see if we've got the GPS, if it's arrived yet. Oh yeah, we're online now. Yep, so we should be able to go now. Fire everything up. Obviously, drop the revs. So we'll engage the PTO. We'll let it down just a little bit. So we engage the PTO. We're not right up, so we'll ruin it if we do that. The PTO's in 1000 economy. So if we just engage the PTO here. That's right. It's at running speed. Shut the window so make it a bit quieter. Right, now we should be ready to go. We've already got it set at the right speed, 8k. I'm not sure if that's right, but we'll now have to find the line and get everything all set up. Do you think it's dry enough? It's a bit debatable, isn't it? I can't really see what's going on, it's so dry. We'll go a little way and then we'll get out and check the depths and everything. The only reason I'm doing it is because it is going to rain tomorrow, so I'm just doing this one field. So I'll just get out and have a look. Well, I've made a few adjustments. I've lengthened the top link, put the scrubber board right down, changed the depth of this over here, if I can get close enough to it. That hole is in there, that's not going in a bit deeper. I've adjusted the depth of these wheels so they're not going in quite so deep. The problem is it was going in deeper and it's pulling up the lumps from underneath. So it's now burying the seed about 2 inches, which is about right, something like that. And you can actually see the drill going uphill. Going the other way you can't see it, it's because of the dust. If you look down here, when you look at the amount of dust on that drill, and I've done, this is the 5th strip, so 2.5 rounds I've done, just back on the way back up the hill, and this tractor was clean before I started. Look how much dust is on there already. But it is supposed to rain tomorrow. I've just checked the weather again, so if I can get it in and get it rolled, the moisture there'll be enough moisture to get in there what's coming to do some good, so get the seed germinated. So this is even more dry than I thought. On tractors you've got this thing here, windscreen wiper. It's designed for doing rain, isn't it? Well, let's put it on. You see the difference. How much dust is on there? And I think that's not that long ago I did it. I think I did it every round up and down the field. I have to put that on to clear it. But you know already, that's already up already. You can see all the dust falling off it. And I've literally done that while you've been watching that over the last 20 seconds or something. It's just mad, because this way the dust is blowing forward, it's coming behind me. I think the wind's coming from the north, so I'm now going south, so it's blowing underneath the tractor and coming over onto the window. I don't know if the lens will focus on this dust down here. You can see the dust building up on this windscreen wiper down here. We've cleaned this tractor down. It's looking nice and clean now. This is the one on the rolls. I've got 2 rounds of rolling I'm going to do just to see what it looks like after I've done it. So I'll just sort of show you this video this tractor beforehand, before it gets all dusty. Yeah, right, I've just set the GPS right. We've got a bit of an overlap here, as you can see, but I've got it set at exactly the same width as for the drill. You say, well, the drill's 6 metres. Yeah, it is a 6 metre, but I do ever so slight overlap. I actually set it at 5.95 metres. So that means you don't, because obviously I've got the, I don't know if you can see over there, where the tramline marker is. What I do not want is I don't want these tractor wheels to come in where the tramline are. So if you do it slightly less, or exactly the same width, as long as you don't start in the tramline, it should never go in the tramline. So, because I need them pre-emergence markers there for spraying, so I do not want to take them out. So I've just set it at that, so that should line up perfectly. We'll see when we do the next run. I've done enough here for another bout of rolling, just to get this all set up, because I just wanted to do some rolling to make sure it's getting a good enough seed bed, because in one or two places the lumps were quite big, but now it's doing a fantastic job, and you can't even see where the wheelings from the tractor are either, which is great. Just how I like it. Nice rain on that tomorrow, that'll do that a world of good. Then the seed will get going, which we haven't really had any rains. All the rains we've had so far have been like storm showers, like hit and miss. Sometimes you could get it at the bottom of the field and you wouldn't get it at the top of the field. It's been so varied in some places. So yeah, it'd be good to get this in and then get some rain on it. Hi guys, I've just done my first tank full, as in first 2 bags of seed. It's 490 kilograms in a bag, so it's 980 kilograms over 2 bags. I'll just put some screenshots up of what I've done, but it's exactly spot on what the rate should be. I did the calibrations yesterday evening with the scales and the seed, because every time you put different seed in it with different weight and different sizes, you have to recalibrate it. So I did all that yesterday evening. So yeah, so that's all working properly. You always wonder when you do the first load if it's going to be okay, if you haven't got the seed weight quite right, but no, it was spot on. It did 7 hectares with 980 kilograms, which comes out at 138 on average. And if you do the minimum on the field, which is 126, the maximum, which is 156, and sort of like add them two together and divide by 2, that's about what you roughly come out with. So it's not bad at all. So I'm pretty impressed with that. Right, it's evening time now. Got the rolls here. It's almost caught me up actually. Too bad. In fact, I think the soil is a bit more kind over here. I'm not getting any lumps at all, so no, it's going nicely. That's the view out the front, and the view out the back is pretty much the same as before. Dust. Yeah, I think now I've done, how much have I done? Let's have a look. I've got to have 1 hectare to that, so 17.2 hectares we've done. So yep, row number 67 we're on. Every 5 we have a tram line, so 67 we started at 1, so that's number 2. So tram line is either a 5 or a 0, so it'll be 60, would have been 65, it'll be 70, 75, 80, like that. It's an easy way to keep tabs of it, so I know exactly if I'm getting it right. And the tram line, like one time will be going downhill and the next time it will be going uphill, because it's every 5, so that's just how it works for a 30-metre tram line. Alright, it's the next morning now, Friday the 30th of September. Just started on the headland. It's a bit foggy as you can see out here, can't see a great deal. And this fog and dew has actually laid the laid the dust a bit. You can actually see the drill this morning. See all the coulters on the drill. We're on the first row around the head, and here we've got the GPS on. So yeah, it's all working well, and it's nice to actually be able to see easily what I'm doing. Whether it will be the same on the next round, the thing is you get a bit of, from these trees here, you get a bit of dew fall on them and that over the night, and under the trees, like on the tarmac and the road and that, you can see it's quite wet. So whether that's having an influence on this when we get on the second row, it'll be any different, we'll wait and see. It's now just gone 9 o'clock, now on the third row around this field, and as I thought, around the outside of the field was less dust. I'm now back to the third row around, and we've got a lot more dust. Simply, I did get out and feel the soil, the top of the soil is a little bit moist on top, but around the outside, as I thought, it was more moist because of all the overhanging trees and that. Alright, just on the last strip here on this barley field. I think this will be the last time we see this amount of dust. I think it's supposed to rain in a few hours today, so, but first field done. The dust on this tractor. What happened then? Because it got damp this morning because of all the mist, and of course there was more dust on it, and it stuck to it. It's absolutely filthy. Right, we're just rolling this last strip around this outside field. Outside of this field, can't talk. Using the GPS again, I just programmed it in. So yeah, being careful not to go in the 2 lines here. Right, it's Friday afternoon, it's now about 6 o'clock. Just in the barn. Don't know if you can hear that noise. Do you know what it is? Just go outside and show you. Some water is falling. Puddles are forming. Haven't had much yet, but it's a start.